Okay, my manual muscle test is for anteriolateral neck flexion, which is a mouthful. So I just call it the ooh butterfly because it's like you're going ooh a butterfly, and it's that motion. So we're gonna be testing the ooh butterfly. So okay, well, ooh, something more manly, an airplane. Ooh, an airplane. All right, so your patient is going to be laying in supine. And can I actually have you lay the other way so they can see your head?
Yeah.
Well, better.
Let's get in there and look at that.
So they're going to be laying in supine. Their arms are going to be abducted to 90 degrees of shoulder flexion. And you want their the dorsal aspect of their arms to be on the testing table, both arms. Okay, so we're working with what we got here. So for this test, for stabilizing, the abdominals should provide the stabilization, but if you have a patient that has weak abdominals, you would stabilize over the anterior aspect of the thorax. The muscle that we're mainly concerned about that we're going to be testing is the sternocleidomastoid, which we know goes from the mastoid process to the sternum and clavicle. So Eric, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you turn your face to the right side.
Ooh, there's cookies.
Ooh, cookies. And then you're going to flex your head. You're going to try to bring your head, like your occiput, to your shoulder. So over and up. Okay? Well, yeah, over, yeah. All right, and so when he does that, I'm going to be, I'm going to have my hand on the lateral aspect of his head, they say by the occiput, and you're actually going to be pushing them in the opposite direction. So he's going to be trying to look up, and I'm going to try to like shove his head down gently. Because a clinical consideration that you want to keep in mind is your cervical vertebrae. You have a lot of nerves and you have arteries and everything running through there. So you always want to make sure that your patient doesn't have any kind of like atherosclerosis or like arterial diseases or nerve damage, because you're going to be around a really sensitive area and you don't want them, like if they had some sort of like, you know, stenosis or something, you don't want to aggravate that because that could make them pass out, it can make them dizzy, it can just give them a lot of adverse effects. So I am going to stabilize over his sternum, not because his abdominals are weak, but just so you see. So you're going to look to the one side, and you're going to flex your neck to the opposite side, okay? So go ahead and do that motion for me. So you're going to be like this. I'm sorry, I just cracked his neck. And then you're going to look up like that, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
That
makes sense? Over, and then...
Yep.
Okay, I lied. It's not over and up. It's over and you're flexing, so it's more of your ear to your... Yeah. I'm really bad at explaining. Yep, just like that. So he's doing that, and I'm trying to push against. So he's clearly not a 5 out of 5, because he had like no resistance at all and couldn't even tolerate that. So Eric, can you do that motion for me? Just show me the motion. All right. He's able to do it, just go through the full motion. So that would be a 3, because for this test, there's no gravity eliminated position for it. It's the same one. But as long as he can get through the full motion without resistance, he's a 3. Now, if he were only able to get through partial motion, he would be a 2. And if I only felt a contraction in his sternocleidomastoid, he'd be a 1. If there is nothing present and I couldn't feel contraction, he's a 0. Any questions?